Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. Today is about to get as real as it can get. I am showing you guys how to properly make an enema, how to do an enema, and then how to clean your enema kit. So after this video, you will not have any more excuses on how you cannot start doing enemas, okay? So we're gonna start by making the enema. So I'm just in the kitchen, as you can see, and I am currently boiling water. So what you need to do is get a pot, put 2 cups of water in. So what I'm using is, I have well water, which is great because it is one of the highest quality water along with spring water. So I just use that, but if you do not have access to well water and have city water, I would highly recommend using distilled or filtered water, reverse osmosis. So I have that in the pot. I'm gonna turn the stove on, just start boiling it here. And turn the stove on, and then I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of ground coffee. So this coffee is medium roast. So if you watched my first video, the coffee I recommend, it's actually kind of hard doing it with one hand trying to do the video, so I'm just gonna add it to the water, just 2 tablespoons. So back what I was saying, the coffee I recommend highly is light to medium roast because it has the highest source of palmitic acid, which is what stimulates your liver to dump out the toxins. So that's how your body is going to excrete the toxins. And the palmitic acid is 600 to 700% higher in light to medium roast coffee. So I'm just going to grab a spoon and mix up the coffee with the water. So just so it's on high heat right now. We want to bring it to a boil. And then once we bring it to a boil, we're going to let it simmer for 5 minutes. So now the coffee is boiling, as you can see. So I just reduced it to medium heat, and I'm going to put a timer on just for 5 minutes and let it do its thing. Okay, so the coffee has just finished boiling for 5 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take it over to the sink, and we're gonna strain out the coffee grinds. So I have here a mason jar and the strainer, and I actually didn't think about this, but I should really put the camera somewhere because I can't hold it and strain it at the same time. Okay, so here we go. So this is the pot with the hot coffee, the strainer, the sieve. So I'm gonna put that over a mason jar. So this is just a typical mason jar. I think it's 1 liter. And then we are going to pour the coffee in the jar. So yes, the mason jar is 1 liter, and then this would technically equate to just under 4 cups of coffee. Well, because we use 4 cups of water, but the water will slightly evaporate when you boil it. Okay, so that's it. So now this is the freshly strained coffee. So now it's super hot, so just be careful when you're picking up the mason jar. So I'll put the lid on it here. What you want to do is you want to let the coffee in the mason jar sit out until it's cool to body temperature, of course. So usually what I do is I'll make it early in the morning when I first wake up, and then by the time, you know, a few hours roll by, like 2 or 3 hours, it has totally cooled to body temperature. You can also put it in the fridge if you're not gonna be doing it right away, if you're gonna be doing it in the evening and you're making it in the morning, so you can do that as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you guys how to do a coffee enema. So what I do is I set up a little space for myself in my room, and all you need to do is have a towel. Underneath the towel, you can use a yoga mat. I mean, I don't really mind, I just use a towel. A pillow for your head. I have coconut oil, so this is to help lubricate the enema tip. I have water because you get really thirsty. I'll have my phone, and that I use to keep track of time. And then of course I have Kleenex in case there's a leak, or just to wipe my hands off after using the coconut oil. And now here is the enema kit itself. So you will have different pieces to your enema kit. This is the bag portion, and the hook is what goes onto your door. So you want to keep it hung on like a closet doorknob or just a standard door knob. That's about the perfect height. For me, I actually like to hang it on the top of the door, just because I find with this specific enema bag that it comes out really, really slow. and I mean, I don't have all day to be waiting for it to basically go into my colon. So this is the hose that comes with the enema bag, and then this here on the hose is the switch. So this allows you to determine how fast or how slow you want the coffee to empty into your sigmoid colon. So now we're going to assemble the bag. So this tip right here is what is going to be going in your butt. So we will be sticking on, this is the actual tip here. So we stick the tip on the end, just like so. So I actually remove the tip, and I'll tell you guys after when I talk about my cleaning, because of course cleaning is very important, making sure you clean it properly and efficiently. So yeah, first you stick the tip on, then we're going to take the other end of the tube and stick it into the bag. Now this one I find with this particular enema kit, as you can see, it can be a little bit difficult to get it in, because again, this is actually a good thing. You don't want any coffee leaking. Coffee can stain. So here we go again. That doesn't happen when you're doing it. So I'm just gonna make sure I get this in pretty tightly. I don't want any coffee leaking out, and I don't know why this isn't staying on the hook today, but yeah, so that is how it is supposed to look. So we have the tip and the bag, so that's all connected. So now it's time to empty the coffee into the bag. So you're going to empty your full mason jar of body temperature coffee into the enema bag. Oh, and you're gonna want to make sure. Oh shit. Okay, so I'm laughing out loud right now because I just had an accident, and I'm going to tell you guys what happened. So as I was putting the coffee in the bag, I forgot to basically close the clamp here. So you want to make sure that this is closed before you pour the coffee in, okay? Because it just came out and exploded all over my towel, and it actually wasn't too bad. But, and I never forget to do this, so I guess it's because I'm filming, you know, when you film, it's just never perfect or whatever, like, it's never, cause I do this every day, and, you know, so yeah, make sure this is closed, okay, because you will have a lot of a mess to clean up. It comes out pretty fast. So yeah, that was fully open. So now we're gonna get back, we're getting back to filling up our enema bag here, so back to business. Okay, that was just an important notice. So I'm just going to continue to fill it up here with the remainder of the coffee. And it's all ready to go. Okay, so I'm like kneeling here with the enema bag. You want to make sure a good flow of coffee is coming out. Now, we all know that I already did that because I forgot to close the clamp. So usually what you do is the clamp is closed. You pour the coffee in, and then I will usually go in the bathroom and hold the bag and then let out a bit of coffee so that it just lets out any air bubbles. It basically fills up the hose with the coffee so it's ready to go. So now that it's ready to go, what you want to do is insert this into your butt, okay? So, and I'm not going to show you that. So what you want to insert in is about this much. So I'm going to focus this in here on the camera, if it's gonna focus, move my head out of the way. Come on, focus. Anyways, yeah. So this is about as much as you wanna stick into your butt. Yeah, so that's it. So what you do is you get your coconut oil, and you're just gonna put a little bit on the tip, and honestly, this just makes it go in super easily. So I just put like a tiny bit on the tip here. And then I'm going to recommend that when you're putting it in your butt, to relax. If you're really tense, you won't be able to do it. The first time I did it, I was literally freaked out, and it took me probably like an hour. I was really freaked out and scared, but yeah, it's totally fine, doesn't hurt, nothing, it's fine. You guys will be okay. So yeah, so put that on. Usually I will go in like what's that position called, where you go on like all fours, and actually if you open your mouth is connected to your butt, and it just relaxes those muscles, and you can just quickly stick it in. Okay, so I will see you guys in one sec. So now that you're all ready to the enema, it has been inserted in your butt, you're ready to get going. Now what you do is you will slowly turn the dial to let the enema flow into your colon, and there is a marker on the bag. So the bag measures the full 1 liter that is in the mason jar. So that would be the 4 cups of water, so 1,000 mils. And what you want to do is you want to drain only half of that into your colon. So that's 500 mils. So there is a line on your bag that says 500 mils on the Halicare bag that I highly recommend that I use. This is the same bag. There's a line there. I just drew over it a bit with a Sharpie just so I could see it. And you're gonna wait till the coffee drains that line. So once it drains that line, the 500 mil line, you wanna turn off the coffee from draining, or just, you know, slowly slow it down, just whatever is comfortable for you, and turn it off. And then you're going to actually remove the insert from your butt. So once you remove it, you are going to try and hold that coffee into your colon for about, I would say, I try 10 to 15 minutes. I have recommendations from, you know, other people who recommend to hold it for up to 20 minutes. And the reason why is that it gives it time to really go up that portal vein to the liver to really detoxify. Now, the reason I'm saying to try and hold it in is because you'll have a feeling, you'll have like those cramps where it'll be like, you have to go poo, like you have to go. And you know, sometimes are better than others. You can hold it in longer, and sometimes you just can't. Now, when you start getting, you know, a cramp or feeling like you really have to go to the bathroom, go. Like, don't hold it in. If it's painful, go. Like, just go to the bathroom. And you know, that's as long as you could hold it in. Really try your best, and that's why I keep a phone, a clock with me and beside me, so I can see, okay, it's, you know, this time I'm gonna hold it in for, you know, 10 to 15 minutes from this time, or as long as I can. Sometimes I can do 20. So once you do the first round, and you know, if you don't have that urge, you know, hold it up to 20 minutes, go to the bathroom, you know, let it all out. Need we say more, and then you're gonna come back and you're going to do the rest of the enema, so the remaining 500 mils. So it's kind of like you're doing 2 enemas, but it's really 1, but you're just doing it 2 separate times. So you come back and you do the same thing. You do the rest of the coffee, and then you will wait for 10 to 20 minutes, use the bathroom, eliminate, clean up after, and then that is it. So I'm actually going to go and do this right now, and when I finish, I am going to take you guys through on how to clean your bag and your equipment, just to make sure that it is fully sanitized, it's fully clean, no bacteria will grow, and yeah, just some fast tips on how I clean the enema bags. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys how to clean your enema bag, and I apologize if I look like I just woke up, but I was lying down doing an enema. Okay, went well. So what I do is I go in my laundry room, I just hang it up, and I first take off the hose. So that's what I like to do to start to clean it. Just make sure there's nothing left in the bag. And I just turn on about warmish water, and I start to get the water flow through the tube. Like so. So you're trying to drain all the coffee out, and then you can remove the tip as well. So I actually, before I did this, I washed it with soap, and I'm going to wash it again with soap. I usually wash it twice. And then I'm gonna run the hot water through the tube. So you guys can't really see, but it's just running through right now. So I like to do that just to make until all the coffee is out and it is clean. So once a week, so I do run it through with a hydrogen peroxide solution, lavender essential oil, just to make sure that it gets a good cleaning every week, and then I'll hang it outside in the sun just to additionally get like antibacterial benefits, but I just make sure to clean it out adequately with water on a daily basis. You also want to hang it out somewhere where there's fresh air, like outside in the summer is great, or somewhere where there's airflow so it can dry. You don't want mold to grow in your enema kit. So yeah, so that's pretty good. I'm just gonna make sure all the water gets filtered out of there. And what I make sure is I do leave this open just so it can dry. that clean there. So I'm just gonna hang this up here, and then I'm going to clean the bag. So what I do with the bag, and again, I will put the peroxide solution in once a week with, I usually do about like 15 drops of lavender essential oil and run it through the entire enema kit. But now I'm just going to use some dish soap and pump it in just to clean. And I usually will just shake it around. I don't really use a sponge. I just use my hands and just clean it out thoroughly, just because there's only been coffee in here, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so once I finish cleaning this, I'm just gonna hang it up, and then I'll just dry it with a towel after, just so it's fully dry. And then with the tip, what I do is I wash it twice with soap. So I already washed it once, second time, and then after I wash it with soap and hot water, just get the water through the tip, I put it into a solution of hydrogen peroxide and water. So this is just a little Tupperware container, and it has hydrogen peroxide and just filtered water in it. I plop the tip there just because that's the part you really want to clean properly, because that's the part that went in your butt. So you want to make sure that gets clean. So I just leave it in that solution, and then I rinse it off before I do the enema. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, okay? Bye!